In this video, we're gonna talk about what are you supposed to do when your stocks are down, given that we have seen the market in general drop massively. If you want to know how to build a plan, a strategy on how to weave throughout this uncertainty and volatility, and you want to trade the markets with confidence, then you have to check this video out. Hi guys, so over the past few days, and probably stretch it out for a week, we've seen markets dip lower. We've seen a lot of downward volatility, and because of that, I got a lot of questions from all of you on what are you supposed to do as we're seeing markets go down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna segment this for investors, for traders, and also for dividend investors, so that we have a bit of everything for those who want to invest in the markets and for all of you guys who are watching this channel. And that being said, before I begin to share my ideologies on what's going on, please do note this: the only way for you to win in this kind of scenario is not to be emotional. The only way for you to win in this kind of scenario is not to panic. Every time you listen to your emotions, you will lose. Every time you listen to the noise outside you, you will lose. That's why it's very, very important that you have a firm conviction that you know what you're getting into before you make a position in the market. Because if you just listen to what you hear, you will never gain the conviction, you will never gain the confidence, and it will never help you build the right experience and strategy to win in the markets. I'm trying to put this in my perspective. What am I gonna do, number one, as an investor? So, first thing that I'm gonna do is, for whatever stock that I'm looking at, I'm gonna check what's happening to the fundamentals of the company. Is the stock just dropping? Or is there any shift in how the fundamentals of the company is? Meaning, natamaan ba yung ability niya to earn? Natamaan ba yung growth prospects niya? How has this pandemic, how has this lockdown somehow shifted the way the company is earning? If the fundamentals are affected, meaning it's not gonna do so well over the short term, over the midterm, and even if you stretch it past this pandemic, the company's not gonna do well. So here's the thing, I'm not even gonna add to it. The stock is down because it's being battled, because the market is seeing that it has an effect on its fundamentals. But that being said, if I check it also that the downward movement is not brought about by the fundamentals, it's just purely price action. It's going down because a lot of people are scared. It's going down because a lot of people are emotional. It's going down because foreigners are selling. If the fundamentals are not changing, that's an opportunity already for me to be able to add some more. However, what I will look at is this. I will check from a fundamental analysis perspective, which among them, from a PE perspective, is relatively cheaper. So please remember, it's okay to use PE as long as you are looking at other factors first, meaning the company is still good, the company is still growing, then last part yun nalang titignan kung mura siya. If the company's fundamentals growth trajectory is not changing and then it's cheaper, then that's what I will look at and that's what I will buy. So what you can actually do is this: rank the companies that are in your watch list. You don't even have to look at and go far from other stocks that are not part of your watch list. The stock that is the cheapest, that's what you can possibly look at and start buying. The stock that has a larger margin already from where it is, how it has dropped to where it's supposed to be, from what its value is, regardless of what your time horizon, or you could have a time horizon that I'm trying to measure what the value of the company is based on its earnings from now to 2022, from now to 2023, from the end of 2021. If it's undervalued, then you go for it and you buy. But again, what will give you the conviction to buy it is alam nyo pinag-aralan nyo You cannot get my conviction investing in the market because the conviction that I have comes from what I know, what I've experienced, what my strategy is. And watching videos on YouTube will give you information, but it will not give you conviction. That's why you need to build and study and create your own framework on what will make the markets work for you. So, to summarize point number one, if you are an investor, look at the fundamentals of the company. If the fundamentals of the company has not changed and it's still growing and it's still cheap, by all means, go for it. Tip number 2. If you are a dividend investor, the next thing that I will look at is this. Among those dividend stocks from Globe, from PLDT, from Meralco, from ARI, from SPC, AP, and all of the other stocks that I have mentioned that has given out or is currently giving high dividends. They could give higher dividends for the year. As the stocks drop, the dividend yield becomes more attractive. So look at it. Which stocks have dropped the most and you think will give the same dividends from 2020 or will give even higher? That's something that you can look at. Please remember, if you are a dividend investor, the name of the game is buying a stock at the lowest possible price, because if you buy it at the lowest possible price, then your dividend yield becomes higher. For dividend investors, you actually like the stock to be cheaper because it gives you a higher dividend yield. It allows you also to have the possibility to buy more shares. Please remember, in capital appreciation, what's important is the percentage gain from where you buy it to where you plan to sell it. In dividends, above and beyond the yield, your greatest advantage is you get to put in more shares. So if the stock is low, you buy more shares and your yield gets higher, and as the yield over the next few years increases, then suddenly what you put in the ground right now will let your money grow even further. So, you are a dividend investor, hanapin nyo na. Sino yung may malaking binagsak? Yun yung posisyonan nyo. Yun yung lagyan nyo. Because the yields of that company, should they give the same dividends, what you will get will be higher. Tip number 3. If you are a quick trader, this is what I'll do. I will look at who are the stocks that are dropping. Then, I will look at among the stocks that are dropping, I will check who are the stocks that have dropped and have hit oversold levels via the RSI. But I won't just stop there. Upon looking at the RSI, I will look at among those oversold stocks at the RSI, who among them are starting to cross up, which for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions are buying opportunities. But not just that. Please remember, it's not just that they dropped from a high point to a low point. It's not just that they're oversold. It's not just that they're crossing up via RSI. I will look at, are they actually currently holding or bouncing off the support level? So my formula is, I will check who among those stocks have dropped massively, who among those stocks have hit a level of support, who among those stocks, when you look at the RSI, is oversold and have started to cross up. And those will be my candidates on who I plan to pick up to trade for the short term. And for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, the goal is, and the name of the game is this: upon picking them up from a bounce from support, because it's oversold, I will plot where the next resistance is, and that will be my target price of where I plan to sell. So if you guys notice it, the narrative and the technique are all different. If you are an investor, you're looking at who's cheap, who's good, and who can grow. If you're a dividend investor, who among those companies can still give dividends, but in the same way will give you a higher dividend yield. If you are a trader, who among those stocks are hitting the support, oversold, crossing up, and you plan to sell for a very, very short period of time. If you're feeling uneasy on what's happening in the markets, I highly encourage you, keep on studying, keep on learning. Don't be scared by mistakes that you encounter. Don't be scared by the volatility. The way you combat that is by learning. The way you combat that is by building yourself up, getting more information, and at the end of the day, having the experience to go through it. Because experience, in my opinion, will give you the foundation that since markets are cyclical, if it happened today that there's a drop, it will happen again. But as it happens again later on, who you are because of what you experienced today is you are a bigger person already, not just in the inside, but you have the knowledge because you already know what you're supposed to do. And that's what differentiates, in my opinion, those that make it well in the markets. They use downturns, they use areas where things are not so good as a formula, not to make them bitter, but to make them better. because winners always try to evolve. And to the 216,000 subscribers that are watching this channel, I really believe that you're winners. I really believe that you are in it to win it, not just for a buck, but you are in it to make generational wealth. And generational wealth is something that you build over time. It's something that you create the skills for. And I really believe the stock market is still one of the greatest ways for you to be able to do it. And I'm never gonna stop. I'm gonna devote the best years of my life to be able to educate you through this channel, through my books, through my seminars, to help you reach your goals of financial freedom, because you deserve better. Because if 2020 was a bad year for you, guess what? 2021 is the year of the bounce back. 2021 is the year that you will say that your greatest years are still ahead of you. Never stop believing, never stop hustling, never stop learning, never stop investing, never stop putting things in the ground, because the more you start trying to invest, the more you put it into the ground, the bigger the chance that you have your money working hard for you. And I really do hope that this channel is a big part in helping those dreams come alive. That you are not a loser, no matter what people tell you, no matter what the noise is. Do what's inside, pursue your dreams, work hard for them, and keep on investing. This is Marvin Germo, and if you want to know more about me, everything is in the description below, from my books, from my seminars, from the online Zoom courses that we will have this year, and from the books that I've written. And if this video has given you so much value, I just ask for a couple of things. If you could press the subscribe button so you get updated every time I come up with new videos, and if you could hit the like so that the YouTube algorithm helps this video out and spread it to more and more Filipinos. So if you stayed up until the end, comment algo, 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 algo. And I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.